Member for South West Coast.
I rise to support the member for Box Hill, and I cannot understand how we can sit here in this parliament and not get to the bottom of having an inquiry to get those who are responsible for rorting the system dealt with before we can possibly move on. We are representatives of the people. We are people that are entrusted, and that word entrusted has trust in it, and that trust has been broken. I sit here and it is beyond belief for me that I can see on the other side just absolute the audacity of nothing to see here attitude. And I'm sorry, but I heard the member for Richmond say that we need to get on with the legislation around superannuation and right a fundamental wrong. He actually said, and right a fundamental wrong. That is exactly what we need to do, right a fundamental wrong. I would no more allow my children to behave like this. I would no more move on and say, sorry, we're not going to deal with this. I would not, and neither I think would most of you. This is not okay behaviour, not in a household and not in a state. It is not okay. And so I do not understand how anybody can dispute that we need to stop, we need to take stock, and we need to say what has gone on here. And what the Ombudsman has clearly found is that a wrong has occurred, and a wrong from the representatives who were elected into this place, who now need to put their hand up and say, I need to stand down, because I cannot honestly sit here with my hand on my heart and say, and I hope this is what you're thinking, that I am a worthy representative. I have cheated. I do not deserve to be here. That's what you need to be saying, and surely any decent human being would be saying that. The Australian cricket team have been caught cheating. So what happens? They get the sack. And that's right. I'm sorry. You don't get to carry on. When you make a mistake as an adult, as bad as cheating and lying, you actually stand and say, I'm wrong. I'm an adult and I know my actions and I know the consequences. So I don't know how we can continue on until this, as the member for Richmond said, right a fundamental wrong. It's cheating. And I'm sure all of you taught your children that is one of the lowest things you can do, to cheat and lie. I'm sure when they were going into their VCE exams, you did not say, hey, guess what? If you try cheating and get away with it, it'll be a good idea. No, it's not, and it's not what we teach our people in this state of Victoria. And we're bigger and we're better than that, I hope. So the trust has been incredibly broken, and we definitely need to stop and take stock and restore to the faith of to the community their faith in this system. How could we sit here? It seems that you feel in the Labor Party that any way to get into power is okay. Well, it's not. This is the people of Victoria who decide who rule for them. And rule is what you guys see it as. It's not rule. It's a democratic, not a dictatorship. And getting there under any circumstances is not the system we have in place in Victoria. You just think, as I think the Labor Party just think they can roughshod over all the systems because some reason that they can just continue to get into power and rort and cheat, and that makes everything okay. It is absolutely disgraceful behaviour, and I'm frankly disgusted. I can't believe we're actually continuing this week. And I'm sorry, I might have my mother voice on tonight, but that's exactly how I feel. I feel like if any of my sons or daughter did this, this would be the wrath they would be copping from me. So, and Western Victoria have been let down. Gail Tierney is one of the offenders. There's 21 people, 6 of them I believe that sit here with us, and I just do not understand why we... Well, I'm sorry. I actually don't agree with cheating, and I stand proud with my values that do not abide lying, cheating and thinking that it's okay to get where I want to go by being underhanded and rorting a system. It was wrong. It was known to be wrong. You know, I know as a member in a very short time that I sign my staff's timesheets. I don't sign something that's a blank piece of paper and hope that somebody's doing something right. That's just beyond belief. You know, it doesn't take long as an MP to figure out you're in charge of your staff and you need to know where they're working, and clearly that was pretty damn obvious. And taxpayers are frankly disgusted, and it's time to stand up and admit you're wrong and stand down. This is not a system that abides cheaters and rorters.